Technology. It is the engine of progress, the driver of civilization. It is the force that has shaped our world, transforming the way we live, work, and interact with one another. It has propelled us from the Stone Age to the Information Age, from the rudimentary tools of our ancestors to the sophisticated devices we use today. From the horse-drawn carriage to the spacecraft, technology has been the catalyst for human advancement, pushing the boundaries of what we thought possible. Yet for all its benefits, technology harbors a dark side. It is a paradox, a source of both hope and fear, progress and peril. It is a double-edged sword, capable of both building and destroying, healing and harming. The same innovations that save lives can also take them. Throughout history, this duality has been evident. Every era of technological progress has brought with it new challenges and threats. Every technological leap forward has been accompanied by new and terrifying ways to wage war, to inflict suffering, to control and manipulate. The tools of war have evolved, but the devastation they cause remains the same. From the earliest weapons of stone and wood to the sophisticated cyber weapons of today, humanity has consistently sought to harness technology for its own destructive ends. The quest for power and dominance has driven technological innovation in both constructive and destructive directions. Humanity has consistently sought to harness technology for its own destructive ends. The medieval weapons that once dominated battlefields have given way to digital threats that can cripple entire nations. This essay will explore the dark side of technology, tracing its evolution from ancient weapons to modern cyber warfare. We will delve into the ways in which technology has been used to exert control and inflict harm. We will examine the impact of technology on warfare, society, and the environment, looking at how technological advancements have reshaped our world in both positive and negative ways. And we will grapple with the ethical dilemmas posed by our ever-increasing technological prowess. As we push the boundaries of what is possible, we must also consider the moral implications of our actions. Ultimately, we will confront the question, can we control the power we have unleashed, or are we destined to be consumed by it? This is a question that has no easy answer, but it is one that we must face head-on. The answer, as with most things in life, is complex. It requires a nuanced understanding of the interplay between technology and humanity, and a willingness to engage with the difficult questions that arise. It lies not in shunning technology, but in understanding its power and using it responsibly. We must strive to find a balance, to harness the benefits of technology while mitigating its risks. For technology is not inherently good or evil, it is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or ill. It is up to us to decide how we will wield this power. The choice ultimately is ours. We stand at a crossroads, with the potential to shape our future in profound ways. The path we choose will determine the legacy we leave for future generations.
For millennia, warfare was a brutal, intimate affair. Fought up close and personal, battles were fought hand-to-hand with swords, spears and arrows, often in chaotic melees. Victory was often determined by the strength, skill and courage of individual warriors. But in the 14th century, a new invention emerged from the shadows of history, forever altering the face of warfare: gunpowder. Gunpowder, a mixture of sulfur, charcoal and potassium nitrate, had been discovered centuries earlier in China. But it was in Europe that its military potential was fully realized and exploited. Cannons, the first firearms, appeared on the battlefields of Europe in the 14th century, hurling heavy stone balls with devastating force. Walls that had once stood for centuries crumbled before the might of these new weapons. Armies equipped with cannons could lay siege to cities and fortresses with unprecedented effectiveness and efficiency. The age of chivalry, of valiant knights clashing on horseback, was drawing to a close. In its place arose a new era of warfare, one dominated by gunpowder and the deafening roar of cannons.
The Industrial Revolution, which began in the late 18th century and continued throughout the 19th, ushered in an era of unprecedented technological advancement. This period marked a significant turning point in history, as manual labor and traditional craftsmanship gave way to mechanized production and mass manufacturing. Factories sprang up across Europe and North America, powered by steam engines and fueled by coal. These factories became the heart of industrial cities, their smokestacks belching out plumes of smoke that darkened the skies and symbolized progress and prosperity. New machines were invented at a dizzying pace, transforming every aspect of life. From the spinning jenny to the power loom, these innovations revolutionized industries such as textiles, mining, and transportation, making goods cheaper and more accessible. But the Industrial Revolution also had a dark side. The rapid industrialization led to severe environmental pollution, with rivers and air becoming heavily contaminated. Urban areas swelled with impoverished workers living in squalid conditions, and industrial accidents became a grim reality of daily life. The same technologies that were used to build factories and railroads were also used to create new and more deadly weapons. The advancements in metallurgy and engineering allowed for the mass production of firearms, cannons, and other instruments of war. Machine guns, capable of firing hundreds of rounds per minute, appeared on the battlefields of the late 19th century, mowing down enemy soldiers with terrifying efficiency. These weapons changed the nature of combat, making it more lethal and impersonal. The invention of the tank in World War I added a new dimension of horror to warfare. These armored vehicles, impervious to small arms fire, could traverse the treacherous no-man's land between trenches, bringing destruction in their wake. These armored behemoths could cross trenches and crush barbed wire, their cannons and machine guns unleashing a torrent of steel and fire. The sight of tanks rolling across the battlefield struck fear into the hearts of soldiers, symbolizing the relentless march of mechanized warfare. The Industrial Revolution had mechanized death, making war more efficient, more impersonal, and more devastating than ever before. The legacy of this era is a stark reminder of how technological progress, while bringing many benefits, can also lead to unprecedented levels of destruction and human suffering.
As the 21st century progresses, the nature of warfare continues to evolve. The traditional image of soldiers on a battlefield armed with the latest in military technology is now complemented by a new invisible front. While traditional battlefields remain relevant, a new front has emerged: cyberspace. This digital domain has become a critical arena where battles are fought not with bullets and bombs but with bits and bytes. Cyber warfare, the use of digital attacks to disrupt or disable enemy computer systems, has become a potent weapon in the arsenals of nation-states and non-state actors alike. These cyber attacks can be launched from anywhere in the world, making them a versatile and often anonymous tool of modern conflict. Cyber attacks can take many forms, each with its own unique set of challenges and consequences. From distributed denial of service attacks that overload websites and networks, rendering them unusable, to sophisticated malware that can infiltrate and cripple critical infrastructure, the range of potential threats is vast and ever-evolving. In 2010, the Stuxnet worm, widely believed to be a joint U.S.-Israeli operation, sabotaged Iran's nuclear program by disrupting the centrifuges used to enrich uranium. This attack marked a significant milestone in the history of cyber warfare, demonstrating the potential for digital weapons to cause physical damage. The interconnectedness of the modern world makes cyber warfare a particularly insidious threat. Our reliance on digital networks for everything from communication to commerce means that a well-placed cyber attack can have far-reaching consequences. Our power grids, financial systems, and communication networks are all vulnerable to attack. A breach in any of these critical systems could lead to widespread disruption and chaos. A successful cyber attack could cripple a nation's economy, disrupt its military operations, and hinder its ability to respond to emergencies. The resulting chaos and panic among citizens could be devastating, undermining public trust and confidence in the government's ability to protect them. In many ways, cyber warfare represents the democratization of conflict. It empowers small groups and even individuals with the ability to inflict significant damage on even the most powerful nations. This shift has leveled the playing field, allowing non-state actors to challenge traditional power structures. As we move further into the digital age, the importance of cybersecurity cannot be overstated. Nations must invest in robust defenses and develop strategies to mitigate the risks posed by cyber threats. The future of warfare is here, and it